Hello guys, my name is Vakul and welcome to my channel The Green Show. This is the first time I'm experimenting with YouTube and this is going to be my first YouTube video ever. I'm super excited about this project and let us see how it's going to be turned out. So I first started collecting aeroids I think like an year back, and since then I'm not able to stop myself at all. I created an Instagram page and I started showcasing some of my plants there, and gradually I started selling the cuttings of my plants. And now here I am sitting in front of you experimenting with this project. Anyways, in this particular video we are going to talk about Monstera Deliciosa. It has always been my favorite plant because of its glossy leaves, the beautiful fenestration, and the fact that it becomes huge. So I decided that my first video should be on Monstera Deliciosa itself. So without any further delay, let's begin. So first of all, let us talk about the common problems that all Monstera faces. And on top of them, it is leaves turning yellow. This problem can be attributed to your watering habits. Either you are overwatering the plant or you are underwatering the plant. But in most of the cases, it is always you are overwatering the plant. I have met a lot of people who are always complaining about that their leaves are turning yellow and what should they do about it. So the thumb rule is to check that whether you need to water your plant or you don't need to water your plant is to put your finger inside the potting mix and check whether the soil is dry or it is moist. If the potting mix is moist, then you should not go with the water because it will lead to root rot. But if it is dry, then obviously you should go for water. The second most common problem that the Monstera faces is brown tips. I have come across a lot of plants in which tips of the leaves are becoming brown, and the factor that can be attributed to this problem is insufficient lighting. So Monstera needs a lot of light. So if your plant is in the room and the tips of the plant is becoming brown, so it is advisable to place it near the southern facing window so it can receive maximum amount of sunlight. The third common problem that Monstera faces is root rot. Root rot is just like a cancer in plants. It happens when you overwater the plant and the roots of the plant are not able to acquire oxygen, which causes the spread of some bacterial diseases resulting in the root rot. The most advisable solution for the root rot is to uproot the whole plant from the potting mix, wash it under the water, and cut down the rotten part of the root. Put it back in the potting mix. I would advise a fresh potting mix and water only when the top part of the potting mix becomes dry. So that was all about the common problems faced by monsteras. Now let us talk about how you can care for your monstera so it will thrive and give you beautiful huge leaves. So first of all, moving any further, I would like to tell you that all the monsteras in the frame are the propagation from one single mother plant. So I propagated that plant around 6 or 7 months back, and now I have 5 Monstera Deliciosa and they all are thriving well. See how big the leaf is. And this was my big mother plant from which I propagated more than 4 plants. So the first thing you need to understand that Monstera needs a lot of bright indirect light. I have read in many blogs and I have watched videos of many YouTubers. They claim that monsteras can survive in lower to medium bright light, but it is a myth. Monstera is a plant that will thrive only in bright indirect light. So try to provide it as much as light as you can so it won't start getting rot. This particular plant is giving me a new leaf and soon it will be big enough. The second thing you must remember about the monstera is they require a well-draining potting mix. It is a very important factor which will determine how fast your plant will grow and how bigger the leaf will be. I'm going to make another separate video which will talk in detail about the potting mix. But for now, you must remember that I use coco pit, coco chips, perlite, vermiculite, vermicompost, and charcoal. It helps to keep my potting mix well draining, and it is a kind of chunky, so it gives more oxygen to the roots, which will eliminate the risk of root rot. Thirdly, a good fertilizer is very important to enhance growth in your plant. There are many fertilizers that are available in the market, but what I feel that liquid seaweed fertilizer is the best. I mean, it works for me, so you should also try it. It is very easy to use. You just need to put 3 ml of fertilizer in 1 liter of water and put the solution into the potting mix. It helps to enhance the variegation, it promotes new growth, and it also maintains the soil health, so there is no chance of root rot. I think it works best for me. Maybe it will work best for you too. The last thing you need to remember about your Monstera Deliciosa that it needs a lot of humidity. All tropical plants need humidity, and now there are many ways by which you can increase the humidity in the atmosphere. The easiest way to do is to buy an humidifier and place it near to the plant, which requires a lot of humidity. Another method is that you can mist your plant frequently. What I do, I mist the leaves as well as the potting mix of the plant, because in my opinion plant acquires a lot of moisture from the potting mix rather than from the atmosphere. Another method is that you can always group the plant together, so when the transpiration occurs they acquire some amount of humidity from the atmosphere. So this was all about the Monstera Deliciosa. I hope you liked the video and you learned something new. So it was my first attempt to make a video. I hope you like it, and if you do, please subscribe to my channel and let me know in the comment box what things I should add and what things I should omit to make a better content. Thank you so much for watching, and see you at next video.